Let's see another threat from our frontal position with a knife. But first, let's explain some mistakes that some military self-defense systems make. Sometimes we see people doing these type of techniques. They grab his armed arm. They throw in some strikes and they do the disarm. The problem is that at short distance, if I don't block his armed hand and throw some punches like this, the attacker can fall to the ground and go back some meters, and I won't be able to hold the weight of a person that may weigh 150 pounds. If I throw several punches here, the attacker will go back, or if my strikes are very powerful, the attacker will fall. But he will still be holding the knife. This technique, along with strikes to the face, are not included in our school system. The Krav Maga Israelite survival system for situations against a frontal attack with a knife. Let's see the correct Krav Maga Israelite survival system. Let's advance and go on to the threat from behind technique. We will also see a very common mistake most military self-defense systems teach. I am in this position. This is the classical technique that we do not use. I turn here and the attacker can strike me and keep hold of the knife. The Krav Maga Israelite survival system uses the exit from the opposite side to resolve these type of situations. When we have our backs, I don't know in what hand he is holding the knife. I bring my hands off and try to talk. If the attacker touches me or pushes me, so I can't turn, I will automatically know what hand is holding the knife. At this point, I turn like this. I block his hand, holding it like this, block with my other hand, and cut and stab him. Now I throw him and disarm him and finish him. Now we will meet a threat from behind with a knife to the throat. We will see a common mistake most systems of self-defense teach with this technique. Then we will study the technique in the Krav Maga Israelite survival system. They grab us from behind, in this position. Alessandro will execute the wrong technique. He goes down, strikes, and then does the disarm against the knife. This technique will cancel out if the attacker uses preventive actions in order to carry out his threat. Same technique. Same wrong technique. I turn, cut him, and destroy his technique with a defense that other schools and organizations use. Now we will see the same technique in the right version of the Krav Maga Israelite Survival System School. A threat with knife against the throat from behind. We lift our hands and try to hide this hand so the attacker does not see it. and show him the left hand. We bring our head back, and we push his elbow, blocking with our head. We turn his armed hand like this, pushing it towards our chest. We reinforce our grab with leverage and change hands. We turn and attack his head. We throw him, disarm him, and finish the technique. Now we will see a stabbing attack instead of threats with knives. We use a standard knife attack from different directions: downward, circular, and upward attacks. We will also see some mistakes that other schools make. Stab from the upward position. I can do this stop if my body is already forward. But if the attack goes in and I cannot lean forward, I will have to do this block, in which my resistance is weak regarding the push of the attacker, and he will stab me. For this, if I take too long to defend myself, I will have to take a step to the right that will permit me avoid the downward attack. I do this movement, turn, strike, and throw, and kick. Now we will see techniques against frontal circular attacks. First, we will see some common mistakes in the techniques that other schools use, and then the techniques we use and why. The standard defense used in classical Krav Maga is: when attacked with a knife, I stop it like this, grab, and strike several times to the face. The person falls but continues to hold the knife. For this reason, our strikes are not with the fist, but with an open hand, in order to distract his attention, and I can use a disarm technique correctly. But the biggest mistake that is done here is that I think the course of the blade will be this one, and I can stop it like this. But that doesn't always happen, because I don't know what line the attacker will use. Maybe I will be able to defend myself or not. I advance thinking I can stop it here. But the attacker, from this position, has changed the attack from under me. For this reason, the IKMO Krav Maga Israelite Survival System uses this type of stop with the idea of protecting our whole body. Let's see this technique slowly. We are on guard. We stop like this, advance with a step in 45 degrees. This direction, grab and strike, grab his head, knee, and now I turn his head, grab the knife, and block the attacker, taking him to the floor this way. In case I cannot do anything, I throw him.